Wild boar populations are expanding at a pace few ecosystems were prepared for, reshaping farmland and challenging communities across entire regions. What looks like a quiet stretch of countryside can hide signs of overnight disruption that farmers know all too well. Each season brings new reports of crop loss, soil damage, and shifting wildlife patterns linked to this adaptable species. Scientists warn that without careful management, the impact could reach far beyond agriculture. Today, we explore how one resilient animal is influencing landscapes, economies, and the people who depend on them. Let's uncover what's really happening behind these growing numbers. The day always begins the same way: quiet fields, steady light, and a sense of calm that makes everything look untouched. But beneath that peaceful surface, farmers know what they will find when they walk the land. Soil overturned like waves in the sky, furrows ripped open, and crops missing in huge patches. It's a scene repeated across rural regions worldwide, all caused by one resilient species whose numbers are rising far faster than anyone predicted: the wild boar. If you enjoy learning how wildlife impacts our world, make sure to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel to support more documentaries like this. For many farming communities, wild boars have become an ongoing challenge that never seems to slow down. These animals adapt to almost any habitat, learn quickly, and can survive on an astonishing variety of food. What makes the situation more urgent is the scale of the damage. Entire seasons of work can disappear overnight. A field that took months of irrigation, fertilizer, and labor can be reduced to scattered roots and flattened vegetation by the time the sun rises. Farmers describe the destruction not as a single event, but as a cycle they cannot break. Around the world, agricultural agencies report similar patterns. Regions that once saw occasional boar sightings now see them weekly. Areas that never considered wild boar management have begun setting aside budgets for fencing, monitoring, and habitat protection. The costs range from crop recovery to restoring damaged soil, to repairing machinery that suffers from debris scattered by boar activity. Every year, more countries add wild boar expansion to their list of environmental challenges. What makes this animal so difficult to manage is not just its strength, but its versatility. A wild boar can adapt its diet to nearly anything the land provides: tubers, grains, fruits, insects, roots, and even small animals become part of their nightly search for food. Their strong snouts allow them to dig deep into soft ground, exposing seeds and damaging irrigation systems beneath the surface. When a group, often called a sounder, moves through an area, the combined impact is enough to reshape the landscape in a single night. The behavior of wild boars adds another layer of difficulty for wildlife teams. They are intelligent, cautious, and quick to change their patterns when they sense human presence. Trails that appear reliable for weeks can suddenly shift. Feeding spots move. Tracks become harder to follow. Their ability to detect danger makes them one of the most challenging species for wildlife departments to monitor. Then there is reproduction. Wild boars multiply faster than nearly any comparable large mammal. A single female can produce several offspring at once, and multiple litters throughout the year. In areas with abundant food, populations can grow exponentially. This rapid expansion is why biologists describe boar management not as a seasonal issue, but as a long-term ecological balancing act. Across farms, woodlands, and wetlands, the presence of boars shapes more than just crops. Their rooting behavior can disturb soil structure, displace smaller wildlife, and alter water drainage patterns. In some regions, conservationists worry about the pressure placed on native species whose habitats are disrupted. Plants with shallow root systems often struggle to recover after repeated disturbance, leading to shifts in local plant communities over time. To address the challenge, Wildlife management teams use a combination of modern tools and traditional field knowledge. Motion-sensitive cameras help track movement. Aerial thermal imaging shows activity patterns that cannot be seen from the ground. Landscape maps are updated regularly to predict where food sources may attract large groups. Teams collaborate with farmers, landowners, and environmental agencies to share information that can improve long-term planning. Despite these efforts, controlling wild boar populations without harming other species remains a delicate process. Solutions must be safe, humane, and environmentally responsible. Some regions focus on habitat modification, reducing access to easy food sources that encourage population growth. Others implement monitoring programs to understand migration behavior, helping identify where risk areas may expand in the future. By the way, if you're finding this documentary interesting so far, consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us bring more educational content to you. While the challenges are significant, there are also signs of progress. In several areas, early detection programs have helped prevent large-scale damage before it begins. Improved fencing designs keep boars away from vulnerable crops without disturbing natural wildlife corridors. Research teams continue studying population dynamics to understand how climate, food availability, and habitat changes influence boar movement. Still, many farmers describe living with a sense of uncertainty. They never know which night will bring a quiet field, and which night will bring widespread disturbance. The unpredictability keeps communities on alert, especially during planting and harvesting seasons, when crops are most vulnerable. Even small groups of boars can create damage that takes months to repair, and repeated disruptions can strain already limited resources. In rural communities, cooperation has become a central part of the response. Farmers share field reports, track sightings, and work together to reinforce vulnerable areas. Agricultural associations host workshops on prevention strategies, helping landowners understand the behavior of boars and the signs of their presence. When multiple farms coordinate their efforts, the results are often more effective than isolated actions. Environmental scientists also highlight the importance of balancing agricultural protection with ecological stability. Wild boars are part of the natural world, and any long-term solution must respect that. The goal is not elimination but responsible management, reducing destructive impact while maintaining a healthy environment. Achieving this requires ongoing research, proper funding, and collaboration across communities, governments, and environmental groups. As the global landscape continues to change due to shifting climates and expanding agricultural zones, the challenge of wild boar management will likely remain a topic of importance. The key is understanding the patterns, adapting strategies, and staying one step ahead of a species that has survived for centuries by being resilient, clever, and constantly evolving. For viewers who care about how food is grown, how ecosystems function, and how wildlife shapes our world, this topic is more than an environmental issue. It's a reminder of how interconnected our systems are. One species, thriving beyond expected limits, can reshape entire landscapes and communities. Thank you for watching this documentary. If you enjoyed it and want to support more content like this, please like the video, share it with friends, and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps us create more high-quality work for you.